This is one of our new hot-tip galvanized 3,500-pound boat trailer axles manufactured by Dexter Axle. This particular axle features a brake flange to allow you to attach drum or disc brakes to your axle. Many states require brakes to be installed on trailers when they reach a certain weight limit. So check with your local and state laws to see if you're required to have brakes on your boat trailer. These brake flanges are relatively standard amongst trailers. The 4-hole pattern is very common on a 3,500-pound axle. If your axle does not have one of these brake flanges, you will not be able to attach brakes to it. In this particular example, you'll see that I have a Kodiak brake caliper attached to one of their disc brake brackets. In order to install this on your axle, you're going to take your caliper and line it up with the brake flange on your axle. You would then use 4 bolts attaching your brake flange to your disc brake bracket. Drum brakes are very similar in that your backing plate, of course, matches up with the 4-hole pattern on your brake flange and installs with the 4 bolts. Just like our other galvanized boat trailer axles, this axle features a stainless steel wear sleeve. This wear sleeve keeps your seal surface from becoming pitted and rusting, and thereby letting your rear seal leak. It also features the Easy Lube system, where you have the grease fitting on your tip of your spindle. When you attach your grease gun to that grease fitting and start pumping grease, it allows grease to flow through the inside of your spindle and out this rear port. The grease then flows forward through your rear bearing, forward through your front bearing, and oozes out the front of your dust cap. The Easy Lube system allows you to change the grease in your hub without removing your hub. It's a great system to do periodic maintenance on your bearings. Just like our other boat trailer axles, this axle still features a 2" by 2" square hot dip galvanized axle tubing that uses 1/4 inch wall thickness tubing. A Sturdybuilt Trailer Parts exclusive is our adjustable spring seats that are patent pending. They allow you to install your trailer springs to your axle without having to drill a hole into your axle beam. These spring seats also are hot dip galvanized and clamp in place with your U-bolts. The upside to the adjustable spring seats is that you no longer have any holes in your axle, which could let salt water into the inside of your axle, allowing it to rust from the inside out. They also allow you to mount your springs on top of your axle, or the more common approach of mounting your springs below your axle. This is an example of Sturdybuilt Trailer Parts exclusive adjustable spring seat used in a situation in which your leaf springs mount below your axle. This is probably the most common axle mount-up setup. In this situation, you would take your adjustable spring seat and place it below your axle. You would then install your leaf spring underneath of it and then attach everything with your U-bolts and 5-hole axle plate. This is an example of one of the Sturdybuilt Trailer Parts exclusive adjustable spring seats being used in a situation in which the axle mounts below your leaf springs. Notice how the adjustable spring seat is placed on top of the axle, then the leaf spring, and everything is clamped in place with your U-bolts. In this particular case, you would take your adjustable spring seat and place it on top of your axle. You would then place your spring on top of the adjustable spring seat, and then use your 2 U-bolts on either side of the spring seat in order to clamp everything in place. This will allow you to center up your leaf springs on your axle to make sure the overhang is the same on both sides.